Hey, everybody, I want to thank you for coming to my first Facebook Live. Uh, what I'm here to talk about is something that's we've been doing here in the family for a while, and it's this neat little pill. It's called Protandim, and what it does is it reduces your oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days, and an additional 30% in 120 days. And as my story goes, uh, I was introduced to this from my wife's friend Diana, whose husband went through surgery, and he was taking it after the surgery. His doctors couldn't believe on how fast he recovered. So she told me about it, and me being the skeptical person that I am, I went ahead and did all my research. I went on Google Scholar, I went on PubMed.gov, I went looked at testimonials on YouTube, and found out that yeah, there might be something to do with this. So I spent my $40, bought a bottle, and gave it to her. And probably about after 2 weeks or so, because she has lupus, which is an autoimmune disease, the swelling in her hands started to go down. Her headaches started to subside, and she was a whole much better person, like the girl I met 35 years ago. Very energetic. So after about 3 weeks of taking it, I decided, well, hell, this can't be that bad. So I'll give it a shot. So I went and spent another $40, bought me a bottle, and it helped me out. I can sleep all the way through the night. I can, after I work out, I don't have the next day body aches and pains. The joints feel so much better. My PTSD I feel has gone down. I'm no longer the pain in the butt that I was years ago. So this stuff really does work. It's not no scam that most people that I talk to about it. It's really something that'll help you out. Now, on that research that I did, I went to the PubMed.gov site and I looked up oxidative stress yesterday, and there's 212,000 studies done on oxidative stress. So then I did the NRF2 research, and that's what activates your body to help it heal itself better, and there's over 12,000 studies on that. And then, of course, if you look up Protandim, there's 26 peer group studies on that. So all you have to do is get on PubMed.gov, which is by the National Institute of Health, and type in Protandim. Go to the last page. It's item number 26, and you'll see that what I'm saying is true. Okay, these are all peer-reviewed studies. So this is a no BS type deal. So I decided one time to give it to my grandson. And grandson number 3, he's got Asperger's, which is a type of autism. And he was getting bad notes from his teacher, saying he's disruptive in class, not wanting to learn, not wanting to do his homework, just being a little hellion. So I heard about what this does because I did my research on PubMed and looked up autism and seen that autism is a type of inflammation, and this is what this does, it reduces your inflammation. So I gave it a shot. After about 1.5, 2 weeks, I noticed that his teacher was actually writing in his notebook saying that he was actually a pleasure to have in class. He was learning. And I noticed that I could actually have a conversation longer than 30 seconds with him. So, I'm thinking, well, this is probably just too good to be true. So after the 3rd week, after him doing really good and learning and stuff, I decided I'll just be the mean grandpa and take it away from him. And sure enough, he went back to his old ways and started raising hell in class again, and just being what he was before. So this is not just no fly-by-night organization. They're just not out to get your money. This stuff really does work. There's also a site that if you're really interested in, I can put you in on it. It's called Life Activated, and if you ask me, and I'll invite you. And what that does is you search your problem, and you'll see that sometimes that there's somebody there that's got the same deal as you, and if written in their story, tell how well it's done for you or done for them. So it's not just me speaking to get the cash or anything like that. So it's more about helping you. This is all education. I'm just putting the information out there for you to decide what you want to do. So I'm not in it to be a millionaire or anything like that, but it sure be nice. But the research is there. Okay. So what I did, I printed it off here, right here. Look at here. See, I don't know if you can see, look backwards on my computer, but that's saying that it works. Okay. I'd really like for some of you guys to just try it, because you really have nothing to lose by trying it. We spend more money on BS and whatnot. So $40 is $40, but is your health really worth $40? So, and Gail's got it going on right now. She's going to get the science of it all. She's a geophysicist. She likes rocks. So she's her own rock star. So she's going to go ahead and start this. And go ahead, Gail. Take it away.
Awesome. Michael, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for that introduction. I'm so glad to hear you've had such amazing results in your family. Just real briefly, yes, I'm an engineering geologist. I have a geophysical engineering degree, and all that just to say that I'm kind of a geek when it comes to research. So when this first came to me, I also, like Michael, I was totally looking through PubMed and finding out more about it. We were on our own family health journey. We had a health crisis in our family with my daughter. Couldn't figure out, none of the doctors could figure out what was going on. So before we even had a diagnosis, and mind you, this had been a couple years in the making already, my friend came to me with this, and I was so skeptical. It's amazing how skeptical I was. But I checked it out, and what I found was that it was a game changer. The science held true. The research was there. I trusted the people that were bringing it to me, Jenny Crane being one of them, and brought it to, when they told me what the ingredients were, I was like, wow, we're already taking 3 out of the 5 ingredients here. So you guys, this is a game changer for a lot of us, and I just encourage you to listen up and learn more. A little bit about the business side of this. I was not looking for a business opportunity, but when I figured out what we had our hands on here, I decided I could not keep my mouth shut. It became a passion for me to introduce this information to people, because I do believe that it could help a lot of the people that I love and care about. So let's move into the science of it a little bit and why this is such a game changer. Obviously, all of us know somebody who has some kind of a health issue, whether it's ourselves or somebody that we love. And what's happening in the U.S. is that disease is being treated through a lot of medications. We're treating the symptoms, but why do we still feel so bad? Why is the disease on the rise? It's really, 1 in 3 people will come down with cancer. That's the statistic. Autism is on the rise. I mean, what is the root cause? Why are we having such a struggle with our health? Well, the answer is our bodies are being hijacked. We're being, the load on our body is being insulted with air pollution. The air we breathe, the foods that we eat are containing herbicides and pesticides. We can't avoid all of this. It's there in our world. We're eating processed foods. And let's talk about EMFs. We do a lot on our phones now. That wasn't even an issue several years ago, but the EMF radiation off of our phones is really something that we can't avoid either. So all these things are causing a load on our body. And what do we do to combat that? How do we fight back to help bring our body back into balance? Well, when I was growing up, I was told, take your vitamin C, you know, that's the antioxidant. And that was what we did for years, is to take the antioxidants. But what we're learning is that the antioxidants are not necessarily the answer. In fact, some doctors are even saying that by putting in so many antioxidants, we're actually causing the body to get somewhat lazy and not create our own. Did you know that our own bodies can create antioxidants that are so much more powerful than anything that we can ingest? And I'll talk about that in a little bit. So we're getting more away from antioxidants, taking the antioxidants, taking the supplements, and looking towards activation of the body's own natural defense mechanism. We're getting more to looking at the root cause of some of these problems in our body and figuring out how to support the body in preventing health issues as well as fighting back. So what is oxidative stress? Basically, I'm a visual person, so let's look at this apple on the left of your screen. We've got a nice, healthy apple, and that represents what your normal cells look like. But as they age, as they decay, you can see as we move to the right, quite a visual on what happens. And this is the same thing that happens to our cells in our body when they are being attacked by free radicals. When this happens and we have this oxidative stress going on in our cells, it shows up all over our bodies. And you can see in the graphic on the right-hand side that this can affect our heart, our skin, our kidneys, our brains, every organ in our body, our blood vessels. And how does this show up? Well, the body is going to decide how it's going to show up, whether it's diabetes, cancer, arthritis, asthma, Alzheimer's. I mean, you name it. Most of these diseases have a very, very strong link to high oxidative stress. So why should we care about this? Well, we need to reduce the oxidative stress in our bodies in order to give our bodies the best chance of thriving and to fight that root cause of the problem. So again, I'm getting back to the antioxidants that I used to take when I was young. And you can get these antioxidants through your fruits and especially your berries and everything, and those are all great, okay? But the limitation there is that those direct antioxidants are only going to fight the free radicals at about a 1-to-1 ratio. And once that direct antioxidant fights that free radical or eliminates that free radical in our body, it's gone, it's done. It's like throwing a Dixie cup of water on a house fire, versus what we call NRF2 activation, where our own body's mechanism can create the enzymes and the proteins to fight those free radicals that are effective 1,000,000 to 1. That's like turning the fire hose on in every room of the house. So you can see the order of magnitude difference between taking an antioxidant, like we were raised to do, and turning our own body's mechanism on to fight that fire. So there are 3 enzymes, and it's catalase, glutathione, and superoxide dismutase, if anybody wants to get into the science on that. So what is Protandim? It's a NRF2 synergizer. This is what I'm talking about when we talk about activating the body. It's made up of 5 natural plant ingredients. And like I said before, 3 out of 5 of these were ones that my daughter was already taking. And so in fact, for $40 a month, I found out that I could replace 3 supplements we were already taking that was costing us over $120 a month. So oxidative stress being the root cause of so many terrible things that happening in our body, what we want to do is reduce that oxidative stress. And if you look in PubMed.gov and do some of the research like I did, or if you go onto the Life Activated Facebook group like Michael mentioned, you'll be able to see some of that research where Protandim is proven to reduce oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days. When I heard that, I was amazed. And the longer you take it, the more oxidative stress is reduced even beyond that. Like I said, it increases the superoxide dismutase, the catalase, and the glutathione production in your own body and allows your own body to be the miracle. So we're not talking about a miracle pill here. We're just talking about giving the body what it needs to do what it is designed to do naturally. It is the only dietary supplement proven to extend life. It's also NSF certified, which was super, super important to me to have that outside certification to make sure it was free of any pesticides, herbicides, whatnot. It's a very pure product, and it was super important to me. So, like I said, we were already taking 3 out of the 5 products or ingredients, and we were taking them from companies that we had absolutely no research telling us whether or not it was good. Also, the synergy is what is different about Protandim. While we were taking 3 out of the 5 products, what I found out about Protandim Nerve 2 is that it's 18 times more effective than each of the individual ingredients because of the synergy in this actual formula. That was amazing to me. So not only were we saving money, but we were actually being more effective. And it was a game changer once my daughter started taking it. Like within a week, we could tell the difference. So it's patented. And what's amazing with that as well is that you cannot patent individual plant supplements. You can't patent something that comes out of the ground. But what Protandim is patented for is the synergy of the ingredients. Jenny, do you have the next slide?
Yes, I don't know why it's not moving. It's weird.
Oh, no.
Hold on a sec.
No worries.
Oh, there we go.
Here we are.
Sorry. Next.
Okay, next. Thank you. So let's also talk about the research on this product. Normally, when a company comes out with their product, their new products, whether it's a pharmaceutical company or any kind of herbal product, they will produce their own research and they'll publish it. What's unique about Protandim Nerve 2 is that it's such an amazing product that has gained the attention of several universities and governmental associations, as well as professional medical associations who have done their own studies. They've funded their own studies. We're talking about the American Heart Association. Protandim Nerve 2 has actually been published twice in the American Heart Association's publication because it reduces fibrosis of the heart. This is amazing. The National Institute on Aging recently produced a study where they took over 20 different supplements that were known or purported to reduce or to increase the longevity. And in fact, what they determined in their own publicly funded study was that Protandim was the most effective. Significantly, it was a 7% increase in longevity. I haven't heard of anything else with that kind of a rate, and that's something that you can go back and read. Let's move on to the mitochondria in our body and why those are so important. When I learned about mitochondria when I was in biology class back in high school, I was told that mitochondria were the powerhouse of our cells. What the mitochondria do is they convert the food energy into our cellular energy. And the other thing that they're finding out now about mitochondria is that it actually has something to do with signaling in our body to eradicate mutating cells. So the more we learn about mitochondria and mitochondrial dysfunction, the more we learn just how important it is to increase the health of our mitochondria. Some of the conditions that they're finding are linked to mitochondrial dysfunction include Alzheimer's, epilepsy, fibromyalgia, Lou Gehrig's, autism, muscular dystrophy, cancer. The list is huge, you guys, on mitochondrial dysfunction. So what LifeVantage has come up with is the #1 NRF1 synergizer. Again, this is 5 different plant ingredients. They're very powerful. We've seen them taken separately, and in fact, some of you may be taking some of these already because they are very powerful and very well-known ingredients for supporting the body. What this Protandim NRF1 synergizer will do is not only strengthen the walls of your mitochondria, but will also help produce more mitochondria. What we noticed in our family was an improvement greatly in sleep quality as well as just overall repair. So when we come to exactly how we want to put these packages together, we have what we call the Vitality Stack, and everybody in my family is on this. It does so much for the body. We've talked about the Nerf 2, we've talked about the Nerf 1. I want to talk about the probiotic. We have a patented probiotic, which is, there's nothing else on the market like this one, you guys. It's time release. And the more and more we learn about our gut health, we know that it's so important. And a time release probiotic like this is 85% absorption is what they're finding, versus what a lot of the other really super expensive probiotics that we have been taking in the past were only maybe 15 to 20% absorption. So it's an amazing product, and it doesn't even need to be refrigerated. I also want to talk a little bit about the omega oils that we have. The ones that we were taking, we found had a horrible, horrible smell after a while, versus our omega product is super, super fresh. And I just can't say enough good things about them. They can actually trace it back to the boat that the fish was caught on. Let's talk about Axio Smart Energy. And this is amazing for brain focus. It's really more of a brain food than it is an energy drink, if you ask me. And the more you incorporate Axio into your routine, the more you're going to realize that it's more of a cognitive and mental endurance product. It reduces that brain fog and the mental fog. So I have several friends and family members even who have had the ADHD, autism, etc., going on in their families. And this is just one example as a visual of some of the results that people have been able to attain. If you look at the writing on the right-hand side, you can see the difference in this young child's handwriting after just a few weeks of incorporating Axio into the routine. I have amazing stories, and if you guys ever want to look into this, you should reach out and ask us about some of the individual stories that people have had with Axio. It's an amazing product, and it is Nerf 2 activated as well. We have several pets on Protandim and Pet Tandem. That is the branded name for our pet product, and amazing stories as well with their skin health, their endurance, their pep. It works for all mammals, you guys. So why wouldn't we want it in our pets? Racehorses, and it's just been branded for canines, but it is for all animals. So I'm going to hand this over to Jenny Crane, and she's going to talk a little bit about the business side of this. Jenny is extremely successful, not only in life as a mother and a wife, she's also extremely successful as a businesswoman. And I've seen her speak in front of thousands of people, and she's just a ball of fire, and she's all heart. So I want to hand this over to Jenny to talk to you a little bit about the business side of that. And Jenny, take it away.
Thank you, Gail. Oh my gosh, what a great presentation. You did incredible, Michael. It's so great to be on here with you. I've personally had the pleasure now of working with both Michael and Gail. Michael for, I would say now 3 to 4 months, and Gail for over 3 years. And so just such a blessing to be a part of your guys' business and your lives, and just a blessing to be able to share this incredible life-changing information. Just to backtrack on my story again a little bit before I get into the business aspect of this presentation. My husband and I were on our hands and knees praying for an answer. My background is in the mortgage industry for 8 years. And in 2009, when the housing market crashed, my husband and I were really left in a bad situation. We had to file bankruptcy and foreclosure. And we basically lost our primary source of income. My husband's a private chef and was working 12 to 14-hour days, and it was killing him. The drive was killing him. We were just really struggling financially, and I didn't have a college degree, nothing really to fall back on, had one child already and one on the way. And so to say that LifeVantage came in at the perfect time, not only was it able to retire me after 3 years of building this business to stay home full time and raise my children, I've had the blessing and honor of helping hundreds of other people really utilize this information and change their lives as well. And our passion here is all about meeting people where they are at and sharing this incredible life-changing information. So we're going to look at this right now. It's, we are really in the new gig economy now. business has changed. You know, Forbes put out an article that said that by 2020, 50% of the population will have a side hustle. Well, I think we're already there here in 2019. I mean, how many people do you know personally that are driving for Uber and Lyft on the side just to make ends meet? You know, they're wanting to have leveraged income, an income source that's just not one source of income. And people are finding this in this disruptive technology space. You know, you're looking at these companies like Uber and Lyft that have completely come in and changed the way that we live our life, right? Nobody really takes a taxi anymore. Amazon has changed the way that we're shopping, shutting down hundreds and thousands of stores worldwide because of their company. You know, people want the simplicity of going to their phones, ordering and getting the products the next day. They don't even have to leave their home, the comfort of their own home, to do business. And so I always told myself, well, oh my gosh, well, if I could have been a part of Facebook or Google, you know, before anybody knew about it, where would we be today? I can tell you my husband and I would be on a beach in Bali, you know, retired, if we would have been at the right place at the right time, right? And investing into a disruptive technology, and then also investing really into something that's taking the world by storm. And of course, as you've heard, see, I built this business from home too. My kids are running in and out of here. And it's really all about being in the right place at the right time. So we're a publicly traded company on the NASDAQ. And with our biohacking products, as you've heard Gail share with us, we do have a disruptive technology. You know, we're changing the way that people are looking at their health, changing the way that people are looking at how to get to the root of disease. And it's pretty incredible. Okay. Sorry, he's trying to talk to me right now. I've threatened him a million times, but so let's talk about our network marketing facts here. You know, I remember when I got involved in the business 7 years ago, we heard more of like, well, you're just involved in one of those pyramid schemes. And, you know, it's one of those things, but ultimately over the last, you know, 8 to 10 years, the whole entire industry of network marketing has changed. In fact, we've grown to be $1 billion industry. People are excited about being able to leverage an income, have a very low investment up front, and be a part of something that they can create an additional income stream for their family, and do it from the comfort of their own homes, which, you know, so many people want to be able to have their lives back and be able to, you know, live life and build business on their terms. So it's very exciting. And I believe here in the next 5 years, we're going to grow exponentially in this industry space of network marketing. And I personally am so proud to be a part of this industry. It's given me and my husband choices in life, and I'm excited and proud to share as our team, the vision of our team as well. So it's very exciting. And then we're going to talk to you guys here today about timing. So timing in every business is crucial, right? If you see here where the purple dot is down below on the graph, this is an S curve. And in every business goes through this growth pattern. And, you know, like I said, have you ever thought about being at the right place at the right time? Well, you are with our company. If you go out and talk to, you know, 15 to 20 people about LifeVantage or biohacking or, you know, Protandim, probably less than 1% of the people that you talk to are going to even have ever heard of this product. So the timing is right. And then here, this 80% is where the growth happens in every company. So really, you want to get involved with the company before we have the momentum growth, before everybody on the planet knows about it. You know, we have many companies that I know of in our space that have gone through this momentum growth and that are on the other side of the S curve. You know, Young Living is one of those companies where every person you talk to is a distributor. You know, I can go on and on about a lot of these companies that have already gone through this momentous growth, through this 80% growth cycle. So you're really at the right place at the right time with the right company and with the right team. So I'm very proud to say that our team, we've created a simple system where we can teach our team how to take simple steps and how to grow their business from the comfort of their phone, you know, using their cell phones. The system that we've created is duplicable and really easily able for a person with a college degree, without a college degree. We've seen 16, 18-year-olds, college students be able to leverage this system and be able to create an additional income stream. So our team has done over $2 million in revenue in the last 7 years, and that number is growing by leaps and bounds. And we're really passionate about changing the lives of the people that we touch each and every day. So if you're asking yourself, well, this is great, I can see, the potential of the business here. How do I get started? Well, first thing is I always tell people, get in where you fit in. Here we love our customers, people that look at these products and say, look, I just want to look and feel better. 80% of our business are just preferred customers, which is great because we really have a solid foundation of customers that with a product that's affordable and consumable. But if you're looking at this opportunity and you think, oh my gosh, this is so good, it's definitely not too good to be true, but this is something that I want to be a part of. This is something that I want to, invest my time in building a business and creating an additional income stream. So we have 3 packs. Again, we tell people get in where you fit in, and these 3 packs are really just where you want to start regarding product. But I would just encourage you, get back with Michael, let him know where you stand. We're completely unattached. We support everybody's decision. We don't really chase you down and beat you over the head. Well, Michael might, but we really just meet you guys where you are. And of course, this is just up to you. And if you're looking at these like you just want to feel better and get on these products day in and day out, we love that as well. But I love this, and I'm going to wrap up the presentation about, retirement in the United States. It's really sad, but less than 15% of the 85% of the population of people don't even have a savings account. And Robert Kiyosaki, top investors across the country always say that you never want to depend on a single income. When my husband and I lost our mortgage income years ago, we were really dependent on that income for survival. And when that was taken away out of our control, we were really in a desperate situation. So I always encourage people, if you don't have multiple income streams, then you really should take a deeper look at this and understand that this would be a great way. The awesome thing is you don't have to quit your job tomorrow to do this. You can incorporate this, make it your plan B, hopefully becoming your plan A, and really create a second retirement income. A lot of people at the age of 50 and 65 are not even able to retire now because of the cost of living and all of these other factors that are really devastating families. I love what Warren Buffett said here is, if you don't make money in your sleep, you're going to work until you die. And this is really that concept of people not being able to retire, not being able to position themselves so that they're able to have options and be able to choose life. So we're really excited. We just want to thank you. I know Michael wants to thank you, and we want to thank you for taking time out of your day or your night to listen to this information. And like I said, we're here to meet you where you're at. Michael will love to invite you to our Facebook group. You can learn more about this incredible product and opportunity. And so, Michael, I'm going to just turn it back over to you to wrap it up. And thank you for having Gail and myself on today and sharing this information.
Yes, like what they said, this stuff is for real. So let me help you onto your most optimal performance of your body. Now is the time to get started. So let's start that biohacking journey and get it done, because you really have nothing else to lose. What are you waiting for? So I really want to thank everybody for showing up. This has been an interesting concept going on here. It's all new to me, so get in touch with me if you want to get on Life Activated to see what we were talking about. And like I say, let's do this. Let's get it done, because you're going to feel a hell of a lot better than you are right now. So y'all have a good night, okay? See ya.